Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Danny's Thoughts. Hey, as you can tell, it's Saturday morning. I'm not doing too much, just sitting here thinking. As you know, there are two banks that have failed: the Silicon Bank of California and the Citizens Bank of New York. So, what's Biden going to do about it? He's going to raise the interest rates. In other words, he's going to take more money out of the Americans' pocket that they can't afford to pay those bills. So, what's that going to cost? What's that going to cause? It's going to cause more people to file bankruptcy. Well, guess what? That'll mean more companies will have to go bankrupt themselves, or they'll lose money from what they're going to have. Now, I agree. We need to go back and we need to look at these banks. We need to look at the people in charge of them, as we've needed to do in a lot of different things that you get the upper echelon on that have gone to school and done all these things, have all these degrees, and ought to know how to run a business. But it seems like all they know how to do is run the money into their pockets. They don't know how to run a business. They don't know how to say, hey, we only have this much money, this is all we can spend. Or we need to make a profit, but we can only make this much profit because otherwise we're just raping the public. I understand that there are things out here that we need to make money at. And I've never been one who have made a lot of money. I've made decent money. But I've never said, hey, I'm going to make money off the backs of somebody else, that I'm going to be so overly priced that it makes it to where they can't afford to not pay me what I'm asking. That when they have their hardships, that I just don't care. Because I do care. And in my life, I have struggled a lot. I've given a lot. But you know what? In all, it will all come. It will be all right. Lord does provide. And that's what I'm here for. But what I'm getting at is, here goes Biden. His Secretary of Finance, or whatever she is, just told us what the whole plan was. Go listen to her interview and listen to how she got caught up on what exactly happened. During the Biden administration, they printed a bunch of money, and then they printed more money. Well, let's put it this way. That dozen eggs you used to pay a couple dollars for, now you're paying $8 a dozen for. It's not that those eggs became more valuable. It's that the money became less valuable. So it took more of it to make up the same amount. We run off of credit cards. And this country has done that for years and hasn't seen the effects of it. It is easy to walk into an establishment, pick up a few items, run your card, and walk out. They ask if you want your receipt. And I'm just as bad as anybody else. No, I don't want an extra piece of paper, save the tree. But if I really took the time to look at what those things cost, I might make a different decision. And I'm asking you to do the same. Pay attention to what it costs. Look at these stores when you go in and see there are no price tags. There's not a price tag nowhere. You got this little code thing that you don't know what it costs until you walk up to the register. I'm going to make a suggestion. When you walk into a store, if they don't have a price tag, go up to the counter with all the items that you wished you could buy, or you're thinking about buying, and say, how much does this cost? How much does this cost? And how much does this cost? And do it one at a time. Don't worry about the line behind you, because that's your right to know what you're going to pay for something before you buy it. Let's start doing that. Is it going to take time? Is it going to be inconvenient for a few people? Yes, it is. But you know what? They didn't make it easy on us to make it where it wasn't convenient for us to see the price tag. Walmart is one of the big box stores. And I've seen it happen. I've been into the store with someone who actually does that, wants to know what they scanned it at. There was a price tag usually someplace on the shelf that says how much it is. So when you look at that price tag, remember it. Write it down if you have to, if you've got a bad memory. Take a picture of it with your cell phone and go up to the register and scan it in or have it scanned in and say, no, that's not the price. Because these big box stores, they can't keep up. They don't have enough people to. If you watch how they do things, they've got a bunch of people scurrying around to make sure the shelves look full. But they forget to send the guy around to change the price tags. So if that price tag is at a lesser price, that's the price you get it at. Because that's the price you picked it up for. That's the price it was advertised for. And that's the price they have to give it to you at. If they haven't changed the price tag, is that your fault? Nope. Not at all. Gas stations are good about putting their price out on a sign so you know before you ever pull into their drive. Maybe they've got something else inside the store that you want. Who knows? They don't tell the whole story behind those prices. That price has got taxes attached to it. It's got sales tax. It's got local tax. That's why when you go from city to city and county to county, you see different pricing in the fuel. Now, I'll tell you by experience, I have been a part of that market where I was a manager, and I also did maintenance on the fuel stations. What I did see is the same brand with different prices. And I asked the question, and it's all price and demand. I said, wait a minute, it doesn't make sense to me. The price of the station that doesn't have as much business is cheaper than the price of the station that has all of this business. So if it's price and demand, how does it make sense? Or how does it make sense that one that doesn't have the business is a higher price than the one that has all the business? Wouldn't you think that as a management side of things, to get the business, you'd be at a lower price? We're talking about the same county. We're talking about the same product, same label. Just doesn't make sense. The answers are there, they just don't make sense. When you've got a pencil pusher that is making his money that he's getting paid just for pushing a pencil, it doesn't make sense. Eliminate that guy. Make it 60, 70, 80, 90, 100,000. Guess where that could go? Back into honoring your customers. It's easy to figure out. If fuel comes to you at a certain price, you have a certain percentage of profit margin you need for that location. That pays the bills, that pays the lights, that pays the help, pays for all the supplies it takes to keep it clean, pays for all of that, pays for the losses of the people who walk in and take things out without paying for them. And you figure that out for that location. And then you adjust your price. You know your percentage at that point. It used to be the way it was. It used to be, we're going to figure out what the percentage was, and they used to manage that way, and they used to train that way. And then it got to be, we're taking it out of your hands. You no longer get that judgment call. We got somebody else who wants you to drive all over the neighborhood. Find out what everybody else is. Oh, you're lower? Oh, we got to raise your price up to match everybody else. Not to do with anything else than it got to be basically price gouging. I know I was part of that. I was the guy driving around being told what to do. I'm 63 years old, and that's Danny's thoughts. Hey, have a great day. And remember, respect and responsibility. Respect yourself and others, and take responsibility for your own actions. God bless, and have a great day. This is Danny's thoughts. Hey, if you like what I think and you can use it, use it. But also hit that like button, comment, share, and hit that notification bell. So the next time I have a thought, you'll be a part of that. Have a great day. Peace.